Hey, it's DJ Bonics from the CW crew, and of course, I have to check in with my homies. We got Alexa
What's
Score
up?
here. We got Foss. How you guys holding up right now in quarantine? Let me ask you that.
It's rough. I've never wanted to come to work so bad in my life.
Oh my!
I feel
Incredible.
I feel same. Going a little bit stir crazy, but trying to stay busy and going outside and walking, keeping a safe distance from people, but trying to stay as productive as possible.
This is my only coworker,
Oh
Zeus,
wow!
and he's mad that I woke him up because he was taking a nap, so I put him back to sleep.
So I'm sure you guys are keeping busy, right? How are you keeping the time going by? Are you guys working out at home, or what? Do you have a special project? Are you picking up? Are you learning a new skill? What are we doing?
Alexa, go ahead.
I've been working out a bunch. I picked up a new spin bike on Craigslist for $75, and I've been spinning like crazy. I've been walking like 8 miles a day, but also just like doing random tasks. I mean, everything in my house is the cleanest it's ever been. I'm going to learn a new language. I'm doing puzzles, you name it.
What language?
Wow, what language? Yeah.
I think Latin Spanish, because y'all know Spain is my favorite place.
Nice.
Wow,
that's awesome.
So wait, what have you learned, Alexa? Can you say anything to us in Latin Spanish right now? What's up?
So far, not making a ton of progress. Hablo
Cerveza, right?
un poco.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we need to quarantine for a few more months to get that going for you.
Apparently so.
Definitely. All right. Well, for me, should I do mine, or were you gonna add on to that? Okay,
all right,
cool.
You're all good. Keep going.
All right. So for me, with the whole kid situation, 3 kids, I'm even being quarantined. I wish that I had more time because there's always something crazy going on. And so basically my routine is wake up, work till about noon, go for a run, come back, work, and I'm basically editing all the stuff that I didn't have time to edit when I could shoot things. So basically CW is just like, hey, edit all this stuff. So I've been editing like crazy. Then I do a beach body workout after we put the kids to bed. Then I come up and hang out. So that's my thing. And then I also want to, my dream is to get on to Go and have Bonics read my name. So I've been working on my rap skills as well.
Let's go. I mean, John, do you even lift, bro? What's up? My question is, how are you getting your hair cut? Because your hair is perfect.
Yeah,
are you?
It's too good.
That's the thing. I told my wife to buzz my hair, to shave it off, because I was getting like a terrible afro, like just a huge, like terrible haircut, like not haircut. Like I looked like I was quarantined. Yes, exactly. So I said, shave it off. And then she just like said, I'll try to give you a haircut. If it looks bad, then we'll buzz it. So she cut the sides. It looked good enough. And I was like, hey, let's keep it.
Looks
and
great.
Then today, I figured I might as well shower. It's been a week. So I showered today, and that's why it's combed. So you caught me at a good time.
Yeah, you're looking real sharp. I was like, did you sneak out to get a haircut? But it looks real good. Kudos to your wife, man.
Sometimes you have to risk getting the virus to get the haircut. No, I'm kidding.
That is not a public service announcement. That is
not cut that part out.
Bonics, are you still on air? What's happening at Go? Tell us.
So just 2 weeks ago, I was traveling overseas, so I had to be quarantined. I had to quarantine myself. So I was in my house for about 2 weeks, kind of before the shelter in place and all that. I was actually worried because I had flown from the Middle East. And, I came back and I went through all the CDC lines, and I flew through in Chicago, and then I got home and I cleared the 2-week period where I haven't, I bought a thermometer and I've been checking my fever, and I feel pretty great. I've been running. What's that?
Did you get tested?
No, I did not get tested. So I did not get tested. So
because you didn't have symptoms, so that makes sense.
No, yeah, I don't have symptoms, and I feel pretty good. Staying active. I think it's important, like you guys are doing, working out and just keeping the vibrations high. Obviously, there's a lot of fear and stuff going on, but we got to keep it. Got to keep it high. We got to keep the love high and the vibrations high.
I could not agree more. Keep smiling. That's my defense against the virus.
I think is that medically, has that been tested?
It's worked so far for me, so.
Okay. 1 for 1.
Wow.
That works.
It looks great on you.
That's
Keep,
right. Well,
keep doing
Yeah.
it. Keep doing it.
It's making us feel better at least.
So let me ask you this: have you guys been taking advantage of like the food delivery services and stuff, or you've been just like strictly cooking at home, or what do you think? Alexa, I feel like you're ordering every day. What are you doing?
Well, you know what's funny is I've never used any of those ever in my life. I've never used Uber Eats or DoorDash or any of that, and I've used it like 4 times now. It's kind of fun. Ordered
Nice.
sushi a couple days ago, had a big sushi feast. Ordered from Jersey Mike's because they're donating a portion of proceeds to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society all month. So yeah, I have been using it, but I mean, cooking most of the time.
What restaurants have you been supporting through Grubhub?
Where did I order sushi from? I can't remember the sushi joint, like I said, but Jersey Mike's is one of them. I ordered pizza from Young Joni.
Oh, they're delivering.
So like whoever's on there. I mean, I'm trying all kinds of new stuff, just scrolling through and seeing who's up there.
I love it.
Awesome.
What about
Very
you?
cool.
You cooking up?
I've been taking advantage of the home cooking. So basically, go downstairs. There's a meal made. I like that. That's been working out great for me.
It's a good plan.
A couple times a day. Yeah. So I've been taking advantage of that. We did order out twice: Chinese one time, and then buka.
Ooh,
So,
yum.
What
It's good
was
stuff.
that last place?
Buka.
What's
Buka
that?
de Beppo.
Italian.
It's Italian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
What about you, Bonics?
your beach body, but it is delicious.
Yeah. Had to do an extra few minutes on the beach body workout.
Man,
Bonics, what about you?
There's this place called Cup Foods that it's kind of like a grocery / it's definitely a neighborhood joint, but it's definitely the quickest delivery through Uber Eats. So I've been doing good at that. I ordered from a French Meadow yesterday and got myself a Beyond Burger, so that was pretty good. Doing a little cooking at home too. But I don't know. I get it's been fun to just try different foods, but it's also been cool to, just to cook at home and kind of lock in with that a little bit. You're almost forced to at this point because some of those deliveries add up,
Yeah.
For sure.
Have you guys all caught up on Tiger King?
I watched it all.
Yes.
Single episode.
You haven't watched it, Alexa?
No, I don't turn on my TV.
Oh wait, Bonics, you haven't watched it either?
I watched all of it.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's pretty, it's really great. And here's a spoiler alert. Like, if you didn't
Alexa,
know
are you okay with the spoiler?
Oh, I don't know because I feel like to stay relevant and be cool, I have to watch the show.
Yeah, you have to watch this. It's part of your job.
I mean, the spoiler alert is basically like they're on drugs, man. Like, and they don't even really mention that till later. And so then you're like, oh, these dudes are funky, and then you're like, oh, this is why they're funky. Not that it's just because they're from Florida.
They kind of spoil it by the fact that the guy being interviewed has 2 teeth.
Right. I mean, it's just like, oh, so now I'm watching people on drugs like take care of animals. That's where it kind of like turned me off a little bit.
I mean, well, the whole thing is very depressing for the animal situation, but because like you're saying, you don't want animals being taken care of by those people.
So, John, let me ask you: are you #free Joe Exotic or no?
Well, I actually made, instead of like saying picking one or the other, I made a top 5 list of the worst people on the show.
Okay, what's the top 5 list of the worst people on Tiger King by John?
All right, we'll see if I can remember it. But number 5 was Doc. He wasn't that bad. Let's see, who else was there? Carol. Okay, I'll just go from the top here. Worst person on the show was Jeff. Remember him, the business owner guy?
Yes.
Who kind of like threw Joe under the bus, and now he's in prison.
Yeah, the guy that was.
He's number 1.
Okay.
Carol, I had number 2. I mean, that's debatable.
Carol could be number 1 though. She could be number 1.
Yeah, that's true. Number 3, I think I put Joe. Joe 3, even though you kind of like root for the guy because, it's about him. And then who did I have for 4? I can't remember.
How many characters are there?
Like 20.
There's like 20, and then there's like 3,000 tigers, literally. Like, I could not believe the amount of tiger possession that people. There's more people that own tigers in the U.S. It said than tigers in the wild.
Oh
What?
yeah, yeah.
All right, I gotta watch this so I can.
And you can get a tiger for $2,000.
So, Alexa, if you're not watching TV, what are you doing at night? Are you FaceTiming with your friends? Are you doing like virtual happy hours with your friends? What are you doing?
Lots of virtual happy hours. Lots of crossword puzzles. You guys know I do crossword puzzles even not in quarantine.
Really? You do crossword puzzles?
Oh, I crush it.
Daily?
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
But mostly, honestly, lots of catching up with friends. It's funny, like, how much more I catch up with friends now than I did before. Because I just, like, didn't have time to sit on the phone for an hour or sit in a video chat. But a lot of that. Puzzles, games. I mean, you can play games on Zoom. Played Heads Up the other day during a virtual happy hour. That was a lot of fun. All kinds of stuff.
Did you guys see the Netflix party stuff that came out this week?
No.
So now on Netflix, if you watch on a computer or a phone, you can it'll let you press play all at the same time, and you could FaceTime
cool.
each other while watching.
That's
No
awesome.
kidding.
Maybe-
So you can watch together.
I love that.
So
But
you-
only watch the CW.
Yeah.
People out there.
Of course, of course.
Um,
When you're
I have a great question for you, Bonics, because I've actually been wondering this myself. So this is obviously going to change the entire live concert situation. You being one of the biggest DJs out there, how is this going to affect you going forward as far as like touring and stuff like that?
Well, so far everything's canceled. We were having shows this month for 20 shows and, Wiz stuff, and then a possible tour in the summer. But as far as I know, I've talked to a couple people in the industry, and a lot of entertainment people are just focused on September. And so that's a realistic date, because, a lot of the stuff has to be pre-programmed, so I think September is the hopeful date that, the entertainment business can come back. And I think that we're already possibly chalking up this summer. So it stinks, but here's the thing, that I feel like this has destroyed all FOMO, so no one is touring, so I don't, if everyone could tour and I couldn't, then maybe it would feel as bad. Since no one can tour, I'm learning, this time has really helped me reflect on like the nest that I've built for myself. And so that I'm, comfortable at home, and I still can work, and I'm still can be creative. So this has been a real good time for a lot of, self-entertainment, I guess. And touring,
do you feel like there's a different part of your future career that you're going to be working on during this downtime, like focusing on?
I know Fender has started those free guitar lessons for 3 months. So I've been doing the guitar lessons. I've been trying to produce a little bit, but honestly, really using this time to just relax, as much, because I'm still working every day. I'm still creative. I'm always going to be creative, whatever type of planet we live on. So right now I'm just taking advantage of, like, hey, it doesn't necessarily have to be a super rat race right now. I built a comfortable nest for myself. I can chill and not feel, unfortunately, there are people out there who aren't getting a paycheck. I know people personally who are laid off and stuff, and I can't go back to work. So I'm just thankful that, that I can still do something.
I think that's a great point. Like, the biggest thing, or a huge thing in like mental health, even for the people who can't work, is staying productive. Like, no matter what you're doing, learn something or make, be productive on some level. I think that's so important. Like, set a goal. It doesn't matter if it's learning how to play the guitar or a new language or being creative, writing, anything, working out. I think we all have to keep productivity up to stay sane.
Yeah. It'd be very easy to gain 200 pounds right now.
Alexa, when this is all done, I will learn how to play guitar, and you could sing a song in Spanish, and John can just look hot with his shirt off on stage.
I was going to rap.
Perfecto.
Yeah, you can rap. You can rap. She can sing in Spanish, and I'll play guitar. This is perfect.
I love it.
I love
Hey,
it.
Alexa, here's a question for you. So the only sport that hasn't canceled everything at this point is the NFL. You work for the Vikings. Is it realistic for the season actually happening?
I think there are many, many scenarios being thrown out there right now. Obviously, it's not going to be a normal preseason, summer, OTAs, training camp. That is all going to be adjusted in some way, shape, or form. I would be surprised if the season went on as normal. I think there will definitely be an NFL season, but I think there will be adjustments made to that. But time will tell. We're all kind of in the same boat, speculation and trying to figure it out. It changes every day, so we'll see. But I think football would be a huge outlet and relief for a lot of people.
Yeah. And it'll be weird to see Tom Brady in a Buccaneers jersey.
100%. That's when I knew stuff was getting weird.
Exactly.
I got a question for you guys. We'll start with John. John, tell me what's the thing you miss the most right now, since with quarantine and life is turned upside down. What is the one thing that you miss the most? Something that you may have taken for granted that now you're like, man, now that I'm in this position here, quarantine, what is something that you miss?
The thing I miss the most is just human interaction and being able to see people out in the real world, and being able to just have that real interaction, to talk to people, to be within 6 feet of people, to shake people's hands, stuff like that you definitely take for granted, because who would have ever thought that would ever not be something that would be always there? So it's just weird not to have that, What about you guys?
How about you, Alexa?
I have to agree. I mean, I miss working. I definitely miss traveling and shooting TV shows for, the other stations that I'm on, but the human interaction. I love going out and being in a group of people, even, sitting and listening to music on a nice day with a group of 20 people outside. It's just a bummer. I definitely miss that. And like John said, never in a million years did I think that something like this would happen, but here we are, and I cannot wait for the day that we can do that again, because it's going to be wild.
Mm-hmm. Bonics.
I can't wait to perform. I've never done this in my, tour, my 10-year tours, but you might find me stage diving or something crazy once we get back on it. I want all those hands on me. I'm ready to jump in like you and be amongst the crowds and watch live music. And that first night that I get to DJ, man, that might feel like it was the championships of DJing. I'm just going to go crazy. A lot of people are learning all those TikTok dances. So when you drop those songs, I feel like it's going to hit a little different,
The amount of bear hugs I'm going to give out is going to be off the charts.
Man.
Well, we're for sure all coming out of this with a different perspective. I just hope that lasts for sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot of fun.
I just want to say both you guys make quarantine look real good right now. Both you guys are looking real good. I got my grays coming in. I'm looking a little grizzly. So if your wife is making house calls sometime, John, let's
Some people
make
like
sure
salt and pepper, Bonics. Just saying.
Yeah.
You like it? Thank you.
I like it.
Looks good. Absolutely.
Well,
every one of these.
We're gonna have to do this again. We need to check in on each other, as should everyone else be checking in with their friends. So it was good to get the update from all you guys, but let's do it again soon.
Absolutely.
We
miss you guys.
Miss you too, CW crew.
All right, crew. It's great checking in with you. Signing off. It's DJ Bonics.
Alexa Score. Stay safe out there, guys.
I'm John Foss, and we are going to be checking in from quarantine from time to time. So keep it here, CW Twin Cities, and wash your hands, people.
The CW crew on the CW Twin Cities. DJ Bonics, Alexa Score, and John Foss. Like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW crew.